Hi guys, it's Chris Wong here with a video update on Lugol's Iodine and a bit about Tyrosine. So I actually tried two different Tyrosine products in the last 10 years. 10 years ago, I started using Tyrosine because of vitiligo, and I just happened to look on a website to find out what supplements can help with vitiligo. When I eventually went to see a naturopath 10 years ago, she told me that it failed the muscle testing, so don't use it. And at that time, it didn't make me feel worse, but I went along with the program. And also because tyrosine at that time increased my blood pressure. A few years ago, while I was in school for learning nutrition, I also tried L-tyrosine by a higher quality brand. And it actually made me feel worse when I took one capsule. And when I took two capsules, I actually felt a lot better, but it made my heart rate feel like really fast. Like it was close to 100 beats per minute. Taking tyrosine when you're deficient iodine, it's not a good idea. It was just a random source I came across, and it got me researching more on the how to produce the T4 hormones. And this is just coming from like a nutrition point of view. I'm not a medical doctor or a professional practitioner, but the ability for the thyroid to produce a T4, it requires iodine and tyrosine. So I was thinking at the time when I started feeling a lot worse taking tyrosine when I was in school, there was no iodine in my system, so the tyrosine just made my mind feel worse. It made my heart rate and blood pressure go up a lot more. So now, after taking Lugol's Iodine for some time, I decided to try to introduce some tyrosine, but in powder form this time, just to see what will happen. Because I noticed every time I took a high dose of Lugol's Iodine, there's some sources saying it won't cause hypothyroidism, but even for me, it felt like I was getting some hypothyroidism symptoms because my hands were getting very dry. My hands and feet were getting very cold. Even in the 0 degrees Celsius weather, I noticed this year I was wearing more heavier clothing. Coming back to the producing T4, it requires tyrosine and iodine. So I thought to introduce tyrosine back in again after taking Lugol's Iodine for some time. So far, I haven't felt any worse, and I actually felt really great for the last couple days. And I started with just 1 gram of tyrosine because I bought the powder form. Each scoop said 5 grams, but I estimated based on how many teaspoons or half a teaspoons I could get, and just try to estimate about 1 gram. And I decided to actually take less Lugol's Iodine on the days I decide to do Lugol's Iodine, because I want to see what will happen if I just fluctuate certain amounts of supplements instead of just take high dose of everything. The first time I tried introducing a little bit of tyrosine powder again, I actually felt a lot less stressed at work, and I was full of energy. And this is coming from a night of not sleeping as much because I got interrupted. And I didn't do iodine the first time I took tyrosine because I figured I should have enough iodine in my system from the previous days of taking iodine. But today I decided to try both to see how I feel. And as long as I don't feel like cold when it's not cold, and as long as metabolism feels at a normal speed, blood pressure, heart rate are at reasonable levels, then I think I should be fine.